welcome back to another episode of Mark Talks Football. And today we are going to be carrying on the Football Manager save with Reading Football Club. I've moved the mic away. I'm not wearing headphones. So we're going to test to see how this is. I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to do. You're going to hear me spinning it because I need to. But yeah, it's gone. As you can see, we've had the draw as well. We'll go through the draws and what the competition looks like. We're going to play two games today. We've got the first game of the Champions League for us, and we've also got a Premier League massive fixture as well. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So, here are the fixtures since the last time I saw you. We beat Leicester 2-1. We had a player sent off and we scored in the 51st minute. Brian Bobby started the game, did quite well. Yeah, it's a bit here and there. Michael Elise is starting to come into form, and a big form as we are saying it right now. Then we lost 3-2. Brian Bobby got 2 against Arsenal. We were 3-0 down by nearly half time. It was terrible performance from us. Drew 0-0 with Bournemouth. Just everyone was not on it. And then we beat Middlesbrough 2-0. And Michael Elise got 2 goals. Nicholas Jackson is not scoring. 4 games, 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 chances created. It's becoming a bit alarming. We've also made transfers as well, you will probably have seen. Let me just go down to here. Ivan Drago has gone out on loan to Cologne. And we have sold one of the youth players. I think Mark Bowen signed. Yeah, I think Mark Bowen signed this guy. Because I don't remember him at all. Might have done, but I don't remember him at all. And we sold him for 2 million, I think it was in the end. 2.1. We've also got a 50% sell-on fee as well. So if anything happens in the future, it's currently worth 10 million. So if he goes up in the world, we will be getting money. He's already played the game. But we have also signed 2 players. We have signed Thomas Gutierrez, a right back from Independiente. From Argentina, good right back, gonna be something. I signed him, and it went a bit wrong because I thought we were selling a player. I signed him, and I accepted it and got him into the team, but then the player never left. So now he's in the under-21s, and we signed a new centre back. I got a bit worried by the defending that we've been doing so far. So Nathan Collins has gone out, and we've brought this youngster in. From Norwich that we also brought Michael Elise from. Needed that drink. Mouth was dry and the rest was jockstrap. So he played 157 times for Norwich and he was with them. Brought 38 million. He had a release clause in there where if they got relegated, that was his release clause. So we activated it like we did with Michael Elise. I think in total Norwich have got about £75 million worth of money that we gave them from the transfers we've made. Let's have a look. The outs, 94 million. They've a lot of money has gone their way. I don't think Elise will be on there because he was just before that. So yeah, also 43 million, and we've also gave him 30. So Norwich are financially absolutely fine. But apart from that, we've been playing alright. Nicholas Jackson's a bit of a worry. Ryan Sersic is a bit of a worry as well, not really doing stuff. Femi Aziz is Femi Aziz and he's doing what he does best. Michael Elise, 4 clear-cut chances created, 3 goals, 6 appearances. Doing really, really well. This guy wanted to leave. We have accepted multiple loan bids for him, but didn't happen. But Meatloaf was the guy that we accepted a transfer bid for £26 million from Crystal Palace, and then he just didn't leave. And I didn't. And when I say he didn't leave, I signed the player, I accepted the bid, I then went and brought that player, and then when I accepted the player to come in, it then told me he rejected it, and I was like, well. And also, Nicholas Jackson was a bit unhappy with me because I put him up for £70 million because people were interested. No one's interested. Ha. I am not giving you. Can we put that down a bit? let's give you 90. 5-year deal. You can have a sell-on clause, but we are now adding a proper release clause. And I'm going to do it myself. Of £200 million. He's accepted it. Right, hopefully this will make him happy and make him perform a little bit better, knowing he's getting more money. His monies are going up. We are also the 9th highest wage bill in the Premier League, which is fine. I'm all right with that. We're also the 3rd lowest with the commercial income as well. So it's not really balancing out at the moment. But at the same time, so as I say, we have got AC Milan today. So if you don't know about the new transfer, the UEFA Champions League, what they're planning on doing in the future, here it is. So you are in one massive league and you've got to win as many games. If you get into the top 8, you automatically qualify for the next round. If you go from 9th to 21st, you go into a playoff. I've done this format a lot over the years, this year with a lot of different saves I've done offline. But the teams that we have to play, as you saw by the thumbnail, we will be playing AC Milan, Porto, Ludogorets, Ajax, Fenerbahce, Villarreal, and then the last 2 games are FC Barcelona and Marseille. So those are the games we are going to be playing in the Champions League. We're going to be doing we will be playing AC Milan, Man City today. Next game we will be playing Porto and Leeds, and then we'll do Ludogorets, Tottenham, Chelsea, Ajax, that type of thing. We're always going to have a Champions League game in a video because why not? It's the Champions League. We need to do that to improve, to go further. So I'm interested to see what type of level we're at. If we really are at Champions League ready level, because I don't really know. I think for me, I'm a bit worried that last season was a fluke, and going into this new season, I don't really know how it's going to go or how we're going to do. So I'm a little bit worried, but everyone's now linking up with each other. We need more links between all 3 of these. That would be lovely. But we've got 12 substitutions, which I don't mind. I hate in the league because you have to have a goalkeeper and you just have a random youth that you never play and they always get upset. So let's go, shall we? I am bricking it, by the way. Oh, we're at home. So we're going to go a little bit more positive football as we are at home. If we're away, I've decided we're going cautious. Depending on the team. So, Tomori's still there. Theo Hernandez, Sandro Tonali, who scored a really good goal. You will probably see this the opening weekend for Newcastle. Christian Pulisic is actually there in real life now as well. Malcolm, he's now in Saudi, I think. Good players. He's a very good player. Well, on this game anyway. I think he's just gone on loan to Atalanta, I think. I might be wrong in real life. Right. I've turned off the Champions League music because I do not want to be copyrighted. So, this is the there you go. That is the Champions League music for you. So, they're playing a 4-4-3-3, basically, or 4-5-1. But that doesn't matter to me too much. Doesn't press me much. 4-3-3. Standard. And we are playing our normal 4-2-3-1. So, let's see how we go. 10 minutes gone. No one's had a shot. Let's drop it down a bit. Encourage them. He needs to up his game. I'm getting worried about Nicholas Jackson. Maybe dropping him to the bench for a couple of games might be helpful. And then bringing him on, I don't know. But here we go. First highlights of Reading in the Champions League. Nick back to... Oh, lovely ball out to Ryan. Gets smothered out of it. and they're passing it around nicely. Nick wins it back. What's he going to do with it? Runs down the line, cuts it back. Ruth has a shot, and oh my fucking good Jesus upon Nazareth. What in the Lord's name just happened? Ruth with a thunder bastard of a shot from outside the box makes it 1-0. And we now go. We should shoot up, by the way. I don't know how high we should shoot. We're now 650. I can't fucking see. I've got my glasses on. I'm blind as a black. 15th in the league. We're above round. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic again. I've got to get used to this fucking thing. Let me see if I can make it higher. So I can stop hitting it. Right, that might make things a bit better. And it might sound a little bit different from time to time, but it will do. Right, so very happy with that performance. That fucking hurt my hand, by the way, when I've thunder busted it. Right. It's gonna make weird noises, so I do apologise. But it's not straight. And it's annoying me. Right, we've got a corner here coming in. Ryan Sertic has taken it. Hits front post and the new signing nearly gets a goal. He's unlucky. Dominating this match, by the way. Ryan, another cross, doesn't get there. They're going to try and hit on the counter. No. I need to try and pronounce his name or I'm going to make up a nickname. Lovely ball for Elise. Oh, Michael Elise. You saucy bastard. With a beautiful goal. What a pass, by the way. We need to appreciate that pass. That was ridiculous. Just slides it through to Aziz. Oh, Michael Elise, you are one sexy bastard. And we are. AC Milan are a really good. He's offside, I think. Nicholas Jackson through to Ryan. Oh, that was unlucky. Right. Well, me. Elise. Okay. Right, I want to try something. I do apologise. We're going to try it. I don't know if I want to. We're going to try 3D in a replay, and if it doesn't work, I'll turn it straight off. Oh, it sort of works. It will do. Oh, thunder bastard off a defender. It's a little bit glitchy, but it will do. No, I don't want the whole game. No. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Jesus. So I'm having a panic attack then, thinking it was going to do the whole thing there. Right. I think it's Nicholas Jackson's time to come off for Brian Bobby. Kelvin's going to come off for Meatloaf. Cascade's doing well, but I want to freshen up a bit. Ryan Sersic is not doing anything, so Pablo Tor can come on. 4 subs, it's fine. What's this long throw into the box? Nicholas Jackson heads it down there. Could be a penalty. Could this be a penalty to the Royals? And it is. Nick is taking it. Substitutes have come on. God, Jesus Christ. That makes it 4-0 in our opening Champions League campaign so far, and only 65 minutes has gone. Keep fiddling with it because it's really irritating me. I don't know why. Alright, 70 minutes gone. It's really weird having a micro. I've never had one. I always just want to go like this. But your ears would just not help love it. So I try and stop. I'm going to try different settings of where to put it as well. But we'll see. If I can. This wire is fucking me off as well. It's literally just there. Simple things. Aziz makes it 5-0. I fiddle with the wire now. It's in my way of everything. Makes it 5-0. We could not have thought of a better way to start a Champions League campaign. It's not as bad. Oh, lovely dink over the keeper. Hits the post and goes in. Femi Aziz. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And he's loving it. The DJ is rocking. Let's make another sub. Who hasn't really played? Can't bring the goal. Temptation to swap goalkeepers. It is. Let's bring the youngster on. No, I'm not, because he's on 2 goals. He's doing well. Come on, Oscar Pereira. Let's bring you on. Lovely play there by the centre-backs. Their second game together. I'm not expecting mass amount of done by the pair of them, but one's gone, the other needs to cover, and he does. Deflects it. And Connor Boyce-Clark is there. Connor Boyce-Clark had an absolute stinker against Arsenal, but he is number 1 forever, unless someone hits his release clause, and then he's not. If someone does hit that 150, 100, 200 million pound release clause, I will not fight it. I will just release them, let them go if they want to go, and then use that money for something else. But we have been awarded £2.4 million for that as well. Aziz got man of the match, looks like, as well, with an excellent performance. Yeah, overall, where am I going? I'm going here. We are now currently 3rd. RB Leipzig beat someone 6-0 by the looks of it. Who did they? They played PSV. They beat him 6-0. So 5-0 winners in the first game. Right. Now we've got to go after my nemesis, Pep Guardiola. Fucking always beats me in this game. Here we go. Right, we are back with another episode, with the same episode. We're going into the Man City game. I've rested the players before this game because I can't swap and change because this is Manchester City. We are away from home, so we're going cautious. We're also going to change the striker. I'm going to make a big call here. I'm going to bring Brian Bobby on. And I'm also going to change Ryan Sesic. He was unhappy that he wasn't included in the French national team setup. And he hasn't really been doing much this season. So I'm going to take them out. Even though they were our best performers last season, I have no worries. And if they're not performing, to drop them. Oscar Pereira, he's one of the main, as you can see from most of the thumbnails, he's on there at the bottom right. So he will always be a part of this club unless someone triggers his release clause, which I think is at £91 million for anyone in the Champions League. They will be able to trigger his release clause to have him, and he's currently 46 million. But if someone offers me a lot of money, I will sell. But at this precise moment, I want to keep him and play him. There's no one else really that's not I'm not underperforming. Kelvin is, but I don't want to drop it because Meatloaf isn't really first team. He's very much cup competitions if we need it, or a backup. We've got MK Dons in the Carabao Cup, so he will be starting in that. A lot of these players will as well going forward. So let's get into it as well. Michael Elise, Femi Aziz, and the normal. Just a couple of changes. Just unhappy with Brian Bobby's, with Nicholas Jackson's performance. So I'm going to speak about, and I'm going to warn him about his recent form. Try and get him up. Concerned. That's fine as well, and as well with him as well. I like to try and fire up my players, and I like to try and get them. I'm not happy. Sometimes they don't like it, but when you accept it and move on from it, it makes my life a little bit easier, and it is a little bit easier for me as well. So yeah, that's fine. I know there's 3 outside because it's the Champions League, so I have no worries in that whatsoever. So let's get into it. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Right. Lot of credit. Way at Manchester City. This is always a really tough task because they've got him, and he's always a bastard to play against in this game. I think he is 9 times out of 10, always the top scorer every single season. But then 9, played 7, won 3, got a 2 goal difference in 10 games. We're not too much ahead. We're only 4 points ahead, so it means nothing at the moment. So it's not that bad. So here we go. 12 minutes in, Rodri is already injured and has already come off for Kingsley Coman. Phil Foden is starting. I did look at buying Jack Grealish, put him centrally, but they were asking for like 50 million for a player that is 30 something. I think he is. Is he on the bench? No, we're the away team. They're home. Is he even on the bench? He's not even there. He's someone I might look into in the future just because I love Jack Grealish. Right. Here we go. First highlight of the game. Pereira's picked up a knock. This might be Ryan Sersic's time to come back in, or we might bring someone else in. And he's in, and what a goal there by Frederick Kaduki, by Ferdy. Ferdy gets the first goal for Manchester City in this game. A little bit worrying now. And when you custom me, right. We are not doing anything. Absolutely nothing. That's a bit worrying. Come on, we're going to go a bit positive this second half. We're not doing well against the big teams this season like we did last season. Don't want to go attacking and go positive. These headphones are tangled up and it's really irritating me. Right, De Bruyne back post, and it seemed to have gone in. And it looks like it is. Is it offside? It didn't look it from what I've seen. Yeah, 2-0 Manchester City. Rodri swings it to the back post, just easy to pick up with, and Ruben Diaz is there. Fuck me, man. No one is doing anything. Right, Oscar Pereira's coming off. Sersic. Nicholas Jackson can come on. Femi Aziz is not having a good game. Bring Pablo Torre on. No one is having a good game. This is not good. I'm worried now. I'm a little bit worried for this season. I feel like we're not going to do as well as what we did last season. And it's a bit worried because Newcastle are already 5 points ahead of us, and we've played the same amount of games. Man United could go top, and they could go 6 points ahead of us, and it is getting a little bit worrying now that we're not fucking doing anything. Right, let's go ultra attacking. Pablo Torre taking the free kick over the bar. I think that sums us up in this match. I'm a little bit worried now because we're going very attacking. Fucking hell. We are being hurried out of position very quickly. They are pressed. Every team. So what I've found this season so far is every time we have the ball and we're attacking, or we have the ball, they are pressing us very, very hard. By the way, if you can see that white thing, it's a fan. I am fucking roasting in here. So it's sort of keeping my fatness cool. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried. Not overly worried because we've got a lot of games to play this season. If we get top 7, I will be okay with, because I think last season might have been a bit of a fluke. And I don't think we've got the squad depth to really sort of challenge. We've got good depth. We've got players that can come in and out, but we haven't got like what Manchester City have, where their bench is still full of world-class players. We haven't got it. And it sounds like I'm making excuses. I'm not trying to make any excuses now. I'm just becoming a bit more worried about the situation. And it is becoming a bit, not a bit worrying, but I am not happy with that performance. I don't care if we go down and there's a few highlights of us having shots, or we actually look like we give a shit. But in that game, it didn't look like we gave a shit, and it's a bit worrying. So next up, the next games when we come back because you will be watching this on Tuesday, so Thursday, because we will be going back to now on Wednesdays. I will be doing my Reading FC news. We've got a lot to recap on over the past few weeks. I've been away. We're going to recap on some news that have come out the past few days when I'm recording this, and other news as well. So when we come back on Thursday, we will be doing a double header. We will be doing FC Porto and Leeds United, and then we will go on to the next one. So FC Porto, we're going away in the Champions League for the first time in our career on this save. So let's see how we do. Very fucking pissed about that result, by the way. Really irritating. But it is what it is. Oscar Pereira is now out for 4 days, which is fine. We've got MK Dons in the next 4 days in the EFL Cup, so we'll be making a full rotation of the squad there. Nothing to really worry about moving forward. But if we have a look in competition so far, as you can see, we are now 3rd in the Champions League table, which is fine, and I'm happy with that. But we are also now 6th in the Premier League, which is a good start. I'm not saying that's terrible, but at the same time, I'm not thrilled by it as well. What is the board looking for us to do this season? So, the board want us to finish top half. Okay, so I'm a little bit okay with that now. Season after that. So, okay, so the owners want to step aside the end of this season. My contract runs out in 2 more years' time, so that's fine. And we just need to be competitive and reach the Champions League proper, which we already did. I don't know what I think I had a go about that before. The supporters love me so far. Annoyed with my youth system, but we've still got players coming through, so I'm fine with that. And they were fine with me attempting to avoid relegation as well, so that is good as well. So I'm happy with that. Everything seems good. Everything seems fine. They're not really worried. Transfer activity. Anyone they're pissed off about me signing? Oh, that's the whole thing. Oh, they were annoyed that I let him go. We played against Dele Alli and drew 0-0. I'm happy that he's still starting and playing. He was a good player for us. I'm happy about that. And then this season, they're board are delighted to sign this deal, and lower wage that we would have to pay someone with his ability. There was a player I was going for in the transfer window that was asking for a little bit more money than what he was going for. But at the same time, I thought that his ability was miles higher than this. And then I'll tell you who it is. I don't know if I could show you. No, so I will show you the player I was going for. Where is he? Is he left already? Don't tell me, because there he is. He's injured at the moment. But I tried to buy him. We got all the way to the final stages. We sort of nearly agreed on a deal. I tried to put the prices down a little bit to what they wanted. The original price that we went for was around about 70, 80 million, as it says there on there. And I offered them that, and then they come back with 150. So I went, nope. So then we found the cash to come up with this player. He's cup tied, but that's fine. He won't be playing in this cup anyway. But yeah, that has been it. Thank you guys ever so much for joining me today. You guys have been amazing. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe to get more content when we go forward. And I will see you guys for the next episode. With love, with care. My name's been Mark. You guys have been amazing. And